Mama, ndewo no Igbo, ndewo. Shalom, 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 shalom. Ndewo. Ụbọchị taa aga m adị brief maka okenye a na-anọ n'ụlọ ewu na-amụ n'ọgwụ. This is the Master Prophet Young Joshua Yawins, the working one of the Biafran people, Biafran spiritual leader, the prophet and the founder of the new Igbo Biafran indigenous religion, Rufatna. Yadrono Namma, Ndebanya, the Corona Namandibo, Chukugosiono, Umuna no Muna, Yadrono Namma. Ụbọchị taa, aga m ekwu okwu briefly. Ịhụ na o nwere nga nwoke na-ero Chideka aliwela waraghara aliwela waraghara Chai Chideka ihe ọjọọ na-eme n'ala Igbo Igbo na waraghara Chineke mere anyị obodo. Now let me go straight to the point. I hope it's yesterday or whatever, or day before yesterday. Chikedoziem sent our brothers, IPOB, to go to Finland. I have to make it clear. I have to be honest. I have to make it clear. Our brothers went to Finland. 95% of them that went to Finland went with good intention. Or let me say 98% of them that went to that Finland went on a good intention, good mind. They went so that they can help to support Mazen Kanu, the leader of the indigenous Lord Biafra. I have to make it clear. You see, I am not on anybody's side except Mazen Kanu. And I am opportune to have information from one or two lawyers of Mazen Kanu directly, not filtered, not hearsay. They said, Mazen Kanu says this. And they will tell me directly to me, not through somebody, not through proxy. They tell me direct what the Supreme Commander said. Not Ashi, Onendose, Onendu Kara. Directly. The last time Mazen Kanu sent a message to DOS was the time, I think I have it on my WhatsApp, I can find it. Do you remember when Mazen Kanu wrote that 11 items? And number one, when I got it, I didn't get it from Kanonta. I got it from somebody else. That very day, that letter came out. I got it. And when I was talking about it, I didn't even discuss it with Kanonta. I just on my own, I strike the name of Simon Ekpa out. And I strike the name of, what's his name? This brother in Biafran land. Okay, if I remember the name. The one that went to see Mazen Kanu, that kissed Mazen Kanu, that Ojiofor didn't want him to go and see Mazen Kanu. Madoka. I struck their names out because I didn't want to bring their name on a social media. I didn't discuss with anybody before I did that. I just did it on my own. In that 11 items, or bullet point Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote. He said, DOS, stay away from finance of IPOB. Chike Doziem, stay away from finance of IPOB. Chike Doziem, leave Simon Ekpa alone. Ignore him. Don't follow him to the rabbit hole or whatever. Well, that's not what he said. Simply, he said, leave Simon Ekpa alone. Ignore him. That means focus on what you are doing. Ignore Simon Ekpa. That was an order from Supreme Commander of the indigenous people of Biafra. Ignore Simon Ekpa. Don't pay attention to Simon Ekpa. This is what Nnamdi Kanu said. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is what he said. And all those things on that 11 items, Chike Doziem has violated all of them. Chike Doziem and his agents, proxy. There are some people underground pushing Chike Doziem in a tribal conflict. They are underground pushing Chike Doziem, or Chike Doziem are underground pushing them on a civil war. You know, in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family, you know, IPOB, one family. 2 years ago, every IPOB member, you see them, they say IPOB, one family, IPOB, one family. They don't longer say IPOB, one family anymore. They have deviated. And there is enemy in the family. Let me go straight to what I want to say, because I didn't eba ukwose brumebu ibu ukwose round ibu ukwose okirikiri dimkpa karịa na eri elu ogugo ede. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave order to DOS. Give Simon Ekpa a slot. Chike Doziem didn't do it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said to DOS, recall High Chief Ogbuefi, but let High Chief Ogbuefi apologize. Which High Chief Ogbuefi apologized? Chike Doziem changed him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent a message, recall the coordinators in England. Chike Doziem didn't do it. Everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent to Chike Doziem ignored them, flattered them. This is clearly insubordination. Asheri here, the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are gonna bribe from Buhari. Screw you up, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody said anything. You will see Chike Doziem and his group, none of them said anything. Because why? They were working directly with those lawyers that screwed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up. Chike Doziem are working directly with Ojumofo and Ozokoyo. And they screwed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Ozokoyo traveled to New York. Ojumofo traveled home. And they brought a Fulani that went to the court. And they screwed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up. And today, nobody talked about it. Nobody's talking about it. I thank God that Kanu came out and brought the evidence of the trail, what the court said. That because of Ojumofo, that's why they ruled against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ojumofo ruled. Because of Ojumofo screwed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up by lying to the court, by swearing an affidavit which he's not supposed to swear, which Emmanuel, my in-law, was there. Kanonta can also swear an affidavit in Germany and send it to Nigeria. But Ojumofo made it himself, knowingly screwing up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No members of Akpakara Tingom or DLS said anything about it because they are working together with Ojumofo and Ozokoyo. They know when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out that is going to screw them up on their behind. So they said, instead of him to screw us, let us screw him in there so that he will not come out. High Chief Ogbuefi was speaking with one of our sister, German Joy. And German Joy recorded that. I thank God that German Joy did that. Because if German Joy did not do that, there's no way we would have known the intention of High Chief Ogbuefi, or we would not have known that High Chief Ogbuefi is a prophet. Because High Chief Ogbuefi looked and said, Chike Doziem didn't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. By that time, all of us, it looks like, what the hell? What is wrong with this man, High Chief Ogbuefi? But today, High Chief Ogbuefi can clearly come out to challenge me and said that he is also a prophet. I hope High Chief Ogbuefi doesn't come and challenge me that he's also a prophet because of what he said has come to pass. I have to cut this thing out. I don't want High Chief Ogbuefi to watch it. Maybe tomorrow he'll be claiming that he's a prophet. Please, I will cut this thing out before High Chief Ogbuefi will watch it. High Chief Ogbuefi was discussing with Madam German Joy, and he said that Chike Doziem didn't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out, that Chike Doziem is screwing up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that Chike Doziem is receiving money every month. Well, among all those three things that he said, I can confirm two of them. High Chief Ogbuefi said that Chike Doziem didn't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. It's true. I can confirm that. High Chief Ogbuefi said that Chike Doziem is receiving $2,000 every month. Yes, it's true. I have confirmed that. Chike Doziem receives money from High Chief Ogbuefi. So why all those things, that's all those insults we gave to High Chief Ogbuefi, we're supposed to call him and apologize. And finally today, High Chief Ogbuefi can even be claiming that he's a prophet because he said something that nobody knew ahead of time, that Chike Doziem is screwing up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and that is true. Now, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave an order to DOS. Forget about Simon Ekpa. No matter whatever he's doing, ignore him. Don't follow him. Don't pursue him. Allow him to do whatever he's doing. Leave him alone. Focus on what we are doing. Getting me out. Releasing me. Chike Doziem gathered our brothers and took them to Finland so that they can go and demonstrate on top of Simon Ekpa's golden bed. They are sabo. Today, I, the master prophet, Biafran spiritual leader, I am declaring not all the people that went, because they are under a spell of Chike Doziem. If they don't go, Chike Doziem will remove them from Akpakra Tingom. But there are people, insiders who championed this thing, this move to Finland. They didn't go there so that they can demonstrate, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Even I got an information that they didn't come with picture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So that means that thing that they went was not for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It was just for them to go and attack Simon Ekpa. So you took IPOB members, travel to Finland, so that they can go and attack Simon Ekpa. While Kanunta and Madam Nene, Chineke, Ali Bona, Nene, only war bulla, Pemekade came with a wine, de Madam Nene. Nene Karaka, Kajara. Chineke, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu Mwane Karaka, Barawa, Kajara, Reka Madam Nene. Madam Nene, Chai, Chineke Goziege. Oh, Ezoku na asi, behind every successful man, there is always a woman. Madam Nene is that woman. Chuku Gozie, Madam Nene. Okajara. Enwere nde efulefu, o nwere some efulefu. enwere some ụmụ nwoke ga-enwe some ụmụ nwaanyị wefuru efu gị nọ na nsogbu nwaanyị esoro ndị iro lariye even before ga-apụta before ga-ayọ ebe ijere ọgụ nwaanyị gị ere n'ala nna gị ruo ụlọ gị re ihe niile kpọrọ nwa gị kpọrọ para gị kpọrọ ada gị soro onye iro fefuru ka efula efu soro ndị iro fefu madam nne nna ya anya nwaanyị kara aka kajara akaja. And because of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu the strong today, oh madam nne nna ya anya maka o nwere nwaanyị kwụrụ with him kara aka kajara akaja. Madam nne nna ya anya na Kanu nta is the next of kin. Now I have to deal with this next of kin of a thing. Now some of you people when I'm talking about Kanu being next of kin, I am not saying no na achọrọ ka ihe mee Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka Kanu buru ego buru ala nna ha onye eze. That's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. Ichetere n'ala Igbo nwere mgbo okay only some instances a couple of times in our hometown in ala Igbo ana ahụ ya a man and na trouble akpoche na prison na cell ana achọ onye ga-abịa je gbapụta ya nwaanyị ya ọ ga-eje na cell je gbapụta di no ọ ga-eje kpọrọ an outsider ka eje gbapụtara ya di no ọ ga-achọ onye from kingsman a man nwoke ọ nwaanyị nwoke ga-achọ nwoke nọ na the king's men, one of the king's men, either junior brother die or senior brother die or uncle ha senior uncle ha nwaanyị ihu na nwa ya maybe nwa nwaanyị ihu eruo 20 ị ga-akpọrọ nwa gị nwoke jemeji gbapụta di gị na prison ha ga-asị gị hey elekweno ya kingsman ele ndị village nọ inwe ha uncle nwaanyị ihu ga-eje kpọta uncle ya ọ je kpọta nwanne di ya je settle the case. Nye ewu omenala Igbo Christianity eme na-erihe na our people ọnụ our people ama with their left and right. Do you remember 2016 Mona Kanu fought this coup and almost the same people known at the coup last time they play equal role. Some of them they play their role openly, some they play proxy war from underground. What happened 2016? Maazị Nnamdi Kanu was there. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu has sons. I don't know. I think Maazị Nnamdi Kanu has up to 3 or 4 sons. I'm not sure. But I know I have met one of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu's big son. He came to our home. Maazị Kanu was there. My wife was there. My kids were there. We were there rejoicing. You know, that big guy. Okay? I know that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu has a big son. But 2016, in the court case of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, nobody asked of, what about this man, Nnamdi Kanu? Don't he have a son? No. His Majesty represented. And His Majesty could not be able to travel all across the world like Kanu. He designated that authority to Kanu. Said, go and fight on every issue that has to do with my son in abroad. In the homeland, he designated that authority towards Emmanuel, which Emmanuel was the one running around in Biafran land, in Nigeria, everywhere, representing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. The Majesty and his wife, the Queen of Heaven, they were there together. Their sons were the one running their affairs to see that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu was released. You have to understand Maybe now, one of the Mazen and the Kano's sons, I think the big one is about 20 or 23. I don't know. But he cannot be able to be running around on the affairs of Mazen and the Kano, just like Kananta is doing. I don't think that he can articulate all the whole things that Kananta is doing, all the whole things, all this press conference, all these meetings Kananta has been doing worldwide. If that boy comes now and said, okay, I am a man enough because I was born in Europe, I'm over 18, I want to take over affairs of my father. That is according to European law. I won't hear about Europe. Even Canada can say, shut up, me shono ge, ushono nshi. Onye mono ge. Ali Igbo rotane jemenhe. Kanonta is still the next of kin. They will avoid Kanonta only Asia Durani ka na prison. Kanonta siniagaga. Then by that time, the son can go and represent his father. But nye wulo onyeze. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and the kingship is still in the family, has not been given to somebody else. So Kanonta is the one holding that place for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So Kanonta is the next of kin. And Kanonta is also in charge of the legal team. Only when a Kanta argument, talk to the hand, shows the evidence that you are, and Kanonta is not. If you don't have the evidence, shut only very big, shut it up. Kanonta was the one that fought most of these people that are fighting today. Kanonta and I fought them in 2016-17. And we are still there today. Ali When we talk about Kanonta being the next of kin, people let you know, oh, okay, we take you no. Oh, according to Odenala no Menala Igbo, oh ya nwoke toro eto na ezinụlọ Kanu no outside. Onye mroji denga na aka Kanonta. And Kanonta has been playing the roles. And the British government understands that. The European government understands that. United Nations understand that. And Ali Igbo kwere maka ya. Onye nwere Kanta proof ye wete na social media ka anyị hụ. Talk to the hand. If you don't have it, shut the F, but shut it off. Shut that thing. Shut it up. Ndị otu Chikedozie gara na Finland to talk about Simon Ekpa against the order of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Have you heard any time Madam Nene did anything against the order of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? You were there when Umwani Highway. You were there when Umwani Highway, Madam Bridget gathered all those women. Did you see Nene there? Have you seen any time that Nene were walking with Umwani Highway? Have you ever heard that Nene was even heard or talking on telephone or maybe communicating with Umwani Highway? Did you have no, because she truly loved Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and she's loyal to the Supreme Commander of the indigenous people of Biafra. A man with 2 sons. The first son, yes, no, I will not go, I will not go, I will not go. Yes, the second son, Ozi. The son, I said, oh, daddy, okay, I'm going. At the end of the day, the first son that said, I will not go, changed his mind and said, hey, this is my daddy. and I have to be loyal. And he went. But the second son, who promised the daddy that I would go, the daddy said, oh, that's why I love you. That's why I love you. The son will not go. The organizers of the rally in Finland are Sabo, enemy of Mazen Kanu. Till today is 7th or what, or 9th. Let me see. Today is what? Today is 8th of July 2023. A day after the British court passed a ruling concerning the Supreme Commander Mazen Kanu. Chineke. All the clear na Chike doesn't want you know Mazen Kanu. It is clear. It is clear no Ojumofo sabotaged Mazen Kanu on different level. Ojumofo sabotaged Mazen Kanu with Umwani Highway. Ojumofo sabotaged Mazen Kanu with Simon Epa. Ojumofo sabotaged Mazen Kanu now, currently, with Chike Doziem. Ojumofo screwed up the case of Mazen Kanu. Mazen Kanu being released the next day, Ojumofo screwed it up. Chike Doziem has disobeyed everything that Mazen Kanu. See this sit at home that we're having at home today. You know how many people that has died, passed on? I won't put the blame on somebody else. It's Chike Doziem. If Chike Doziem did obey Mazen Kanu in day one, that wouldn't have been sit at home to today. If Chike Doziem obeyed Mazen Kanu, that wouldn't have been uprising in IPOB. Everybody would have been saying IPOB one family today. In 1 month ago, Mazen Kanu called Ojumofo and Ozokoyo, telling them that he needs a lawyer. They should tell his family. Now, I don't think that Mazen Kanu said, tell my family. I think Mazen Kanu would say, tell Kanonta or Fine Boy. I have to make it clear. I don't think Mazen Kanu would say, go and tell my family. Knowing that Mazen Kanu knows the situation, who and who can run around and get him what he wants. He knows that Kanonta will be the one run around looking for these things. Specifically, let me just say 70% he would have said, tell Kanonta to do this. Or tell Emmanuel to tell Kanonta to arrange this. Mazen Kanu would never say, tell my family to arrange me a doctor. Now, on the 3rd of June, Ojumofo Ozokoyo knew that Mazen Kanu requested a doctor. And they also knew that the doctor is going to come on the 6th of June. Ojumofo and Ozokoyo called all the whole people, stakeholders. You watch the voice recording, that guy that is barking like a dog. He called the names of the people that he contacted, but he never called Emmanuel. He never called Kanonta Ezebino. He never called them. The main two people, stakeholders, the next of kin of Nwoke n'ala Igbo. Ihe nkwa ndị na-ebugharị na hama ọdịnala na omenala Igbo. Yes, etie ha hapụ omenala meme omenelu. So they didn't tell Kanonta. They didn't tell Emmanuel Ezebino. Who did they discuss with? After they discussed, they decided that they will not allow the doctors to come. Oh. They have been shouting for over 1 year, blaming us that we are not talking about Mazen Kanu's health. Yes, here, but doctors so got their lay You see how they claim they love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They traveled to Finland. They didn't have pictures of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They didn't have time to make a picture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But they have time to make their logistical, all their underground things. But they didn't remember to print pictures of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And now, how do I know that the letter you people submitted to the Prime Minister, that it was not just you people are looking for a trouble between Simon Ekpa? Now, are you sure that letter has to do with releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or supporting IPOB? Or is that just directly you people are fighting a proxy war with Simon Ekpa? Directly. Open war, open confrontation against the order of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Don't go to war with them, with Simon Ekpa. Ignore him. No matter whatever he's doing, don't respond to him. DOS organized a rally. Enwe nwanne Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu nwere ụmụnne. O nwere Kanu nta Ezebiro. O nwere Emmanuel Ezebiro. O nwere Divine Mother Ezebiro. O nwekwara nne nna Ezebiro. Enwe nwanne Mazen Nnamdi Kanu ya na Chikedoziem Ojumofo Ozokoyo na-akpa nkata na-akpa ekete. Chineke kpọọ that idiot ọkụ. Chineke kpọọ that idiot, that efulefu. Chineke kpọọ ya ọkụ, kpọpịa ya anya. Oh, idiot. Mbọ ya asụ ihu, Chineke kpọọ ya ọkụ. Because he's supposed to understand that Chikedoziem and Ozokoyo and Ojumofo are a threat to the Supreme Commander of indigenous people of Biafra. Enwe onye afọrụkwa ibeku ya na Ozokoyo na-arụ ọrụ, ya na Ojumofo na-arụ ọrụ, ya na Chikedoziem na-arụ ọrụ, ya na onye ọbụla nọ na DOS na-arụ ọrụ. Chineke kpọọ that idiot ọkụ. That idiot, Chineke kpọọ ya ọkụ. Kpọọ ya ọkụ n'ahịa na-anọkọ ala Igbo. Chineke kpọọ that useless idiot. Kpọọ ya ọnụ. Ọ kwuru ihe. Ị ga-eme gịnị? Enwe nwanne nwaanyị Mazen Nnamdi Kanu na-eri Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gbakọrọtịla. Soro ndị iro na-esogharị DOS ha na-akpa akete, na-akpa ekete. Mana hụcha ihe niile na-emeni. Nwaanyị Mazen Nnamdi, nwanne Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, nwaanyị esoro Chikedoziem na ndị otu ha na Ozokoyo na Ojumofo na-akpa nkata na-akpa ekete. Chineke kpọọ that idiot ọkụ. Enwe nwaanyị nọ n'ezinụlọ Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, nwaanyị alụrụ alụ, so Chikedoziem na Ojumofo na Ozokoyo na-akpa ekete na-akpa nkata. Chineke kpọọ that idiot, that bastard. Chineke kpọọ ya ọkụ. Chineke kpọọ ya ọkụ n'ahịa na-anọkọ ala Igbo. Because you're supposed to understand that Chikedoziem, Ozokoyo, Ojumofo are a threat to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Ka threat. Ka ga-asị, ha sị, Kanu nta kwuru, Emmanuel kwuru, onye kwuru. Black and white. It is written. Ojumofo screwed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu up because of he wrote an affidavit which he's not supposed to write. And Asheri, he lied to the court. Based on this, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is screwed up. That is black and white. There is also another document. You can find it on Kanonta's Twitter. That Ojumofo knew that the doctors were coming to check Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, not to operate him. But they allow Apokratin Gum to push this narrative for 2 and 3 days, threatening my in-laws. It's black and white. So he knew. So any family member Mazen Nnamdi Kanu ha na ndị iro Mazen Nnamdi Kanu na arụ Chineke kpọọ that idiot ọkụ. That idiot, you idiot. Chineke kpọọ gị ọkụ n'ahịa na-anọkọ ala Igbo. You will not have future with the Supreme Commander of the indigenous people of Biafra. Chineke kpọọ gị ọkụ na Eke, kpọọ gị na Oye, kpọọ gị na Afọ na Nkwọ, ahịa na-anọkọ ala Igbo. Kamala ọzụzụ mawa gị anya left and right. Pia! You won't joke. You supposed to know. Unless ma akpogeni kana mugu na ima na nkata niile Chikeduziem na akpa no a threat against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Agala ha buru akpa ego nda POB Ghana na from nne ya anya. Atop cross on everything. Change your account IPOB against order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Enwe family member Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na Chikeduziem na akpakara tingom DOS na arụ and they fulefu Chineke or that idiot of that full Chineke put that idiot ọkụ or that idiot ọkụ Chineke ala Igbo na agbaghara ekele m barrister Aloy Ejimakor an apostle of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biko ndị Igbo chọọnụ ebe barrister Aloy Ejimakor nọ ka jigara na ya wine nye na ego ka ọ zụrụ wine ṅụọ or whiskey ka ọ gịnị ele ihe ha na-aṅụ na ala Igbo the lawyer ma ihe omega. He's the rendition man. Chineke gozie barrister Aloy Ejimakor. Chineke gozie high chief Ogbuefi Ononobe nwanne agbala ọsọ. Chineke gozie Maazị Ejiasi Ononobe nwanne agbala ọsọ. Chineke chekwa agada gbachiri ụzọ Kanu nta, the next of kin, the in charge of the legal team. Chineke chekwa Kanu nta, ndị iro gbara ya okirikiri. Chineke Maazị Nnamdi Kanu were ndị iro gba onwe ya okirikiri werekwe ndị iro gba nne nna ya anya okirikiri. Chineke gozie madam nne nna ya anya nwaanyị kara aka nwaanyị na-ejeje mba nwaanyị ọ ga-awụ di ihe meme di ya sị no problem nwaanyị m lekọtara m ụmụ m. O nwere nwoke ọ ga-anwụ ya ihe meme ya chọrọ ịnwụ hey na nwaanyị ga-eburu ibu ya gbafuo, nwaanyị ga-eburu ala ya gbafuo. That is Chineke biko ekwele ka m nwụọ nwaanyị ọjọọ na-enyere m. Nne ya anya nwaanyị kara aka kajara akaja. Chineke gozie madam nne nna ya anya. One day in Biafran land, ndị Igbo ga-asị that is a mighty woman with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nne nna ya anya, and her statues Kanu all across Biafran land as a mighty woman in the land. Chineke ala Igbo na-agbaghara. Ala Igbo na-agbaghara. You have to understand that the trip in Finland was a joke, a scam. Inyuli mamri elu. Eba Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that you're no longer in charge. That and when they get boss or in charge. Shame on Chikeduziem and his apocrating gum. Those people who went to that meetings, I will not say anything to them. They were deceived. They thought they are doing a good thing. Chineke, ala Igbo na-agbaghara. Nkịta ga-ara ọbara nnọ otu nkịta ji ra ọbara dis nwaanyị efulefu na-ekwu nwaanyị ekwensu be na ya asụ n'ọnụ ya na-ekwu inyo kwuru inyo reka onye nwaanyị onye arapụrụ ọhụrụ onye nwaanyị ọkọ otele ya na-agbagharị everywhere na-akọ from this efulefu to the other efulefu, from this madam efulefu from the other madam efulefu, from this Maazị efulefu to Maazị Iberibe. Nwaanyị na-akọ rubbish juru ya n'ọnụ akpa now kwensu were na-efulefu were ọbara ya fechashia ya na nkịta rapụ ọbara ya radiri ya ọbara ya. Chineke kpọrọ ya ọkụ. Otu Chineke ji bụọ stramanụ efulefu agwara m ya si ya I am the working one. Hapụ Kanu nta aka ya sị m no less na m ga-ahapụ Kanu nta na m ga-push support Kanu. Chineke kpọọ gị ọkụ. Ostraman eme unleash 100 pages here na-eji destroy the character of their working one. So Chineke na ekwensu ga-anyụ gị mmamịrị n'isi Australia ekwensị amị ọbara ya tachọta nwụọ na otu ọ ga-arị ọdịsa kpakarati ngom ndị na-agba Supreme Commander of the Indigenous People of Biafra okwu. Gaanụ 2016 leenụ ndị iro 2016 and they are still working today against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Gaa lee ndị iro 2015, 16, 17. They are still ndị iro today against the Supreme Commander Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nkịta ga-ara ọbara. Nkịta ga-ara ọbara nọ. Those idiots. Nkịta ga-ara ọbara nọ. Chineke kpọtara na Supreme Commander mgbe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta. Aga m asị ya onye ọma ndị Igbo arụbe adịbaghị dị nwụrụ onwe. Jee back to Kenya ebe ị nọ for 3 or 4 months ị nọ ebe ahụ na-enwere gị aṅụrị. Mgbe ọ nọ ihe niile dị mma na-enwere gị aṅụrị na Kenya, nsị laghachi na Kenya. Mezu ụmụ nwaanyị 5 or 6 alụla ha alụ na-enwere gị aṅụrị. Ịta n'ahụhụ, ịta n'ahụhụ, ịta n'ahụhụ nọ n'ebe ahụ daga ndị Igbo amara Chukwu mara onwe ha, mara onwe mara Chukwu, Chukwu amara ha. Because an awakened mind cannot be enslaved. By that time ga alaghachite ya duru anyị ka anyị nwere onwe. Ala Igbo na-agbaghara. Chukwu gọzie ndụ ndewo. Did you remember that Kanu went to court in England? I think I have seen about 3 relatives, female relatives, face to face of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from England. I think I have seen 3 or 4 of them, about 3 or 4. I have seen them face to face. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has more than 10 female relatives in England. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu maybe has 3 or 4 sons, maybe from 3 or 4 different women. I don't know when, I'm not sure. But I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has one from each one. Maybe he has 3 sons or 3 children or 4. I don't know. But what I know that currently that might be, well, let's forget about the number. Let me say at least Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has up to 4 or 3 children in United Kingdom. Let's say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has direct blood relatives, 3 or 4, 5 in England. They didn't come to the court proceeding. They didn't come. They didn't show up. Kanu traveled from Germany to represent his brother. Think about that. Think about that. Alibo na gbara. Ekelene m Chineke gozie Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, chekwa ya ka ndụ ya dịrị na ihe na-anọ ka ala Igbo. Ndị iro gbara ya okirikiri, ojumọfọ, ozokoyo. Chike dozie m na ndị akpakarati ngom na ndị ọzọ nọ underground na-akpọ ọkụ na-achọbeghị iwepụta onwe ha. Chineke ga-emere ebere ha ewepụta onwe ha. Chineke akpọọ ha ọkụ. By that time, I say, ịchọma ihe ga-agba n'eze ga-ekpuru nkata gba ya okwu. Ya setisi agazi ekpu nkata agbazie ya okwu directly. Chineke kpọọ that idiot ọkụ. Ala Igbo na-agbaghara. Ndewo. Chineke gozie chekwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka ọ pụta na ndụ na ahụ isi ike. Chekwakwa Kanu nta ndị iro gbara ya okirikiri. Chekwa nne ya anya ndị iro gbara ya gburugburu. Chekwakwa Emmanuel nọ na Abuja everyday. Chekwa ya ndị iro gbara ha okirikiri. Ala Igbo na-agbaghara. Ndewo mama.